This chart is for the 18 stitch feather and fan using just the 1, 2 and 3 prong transfer tools that come with the machine. However, 2 transfer tools are used at the same time, one in each hand. The 18 needles are shown on the top row and are divided into 9 on the left side and 9 on the right side. The stitch on needle number 9 with the grey background does not move. The final row shows how the stitches are supposed to end up. The first 3 needles each have 2 stitches on them, followed by 12 needles with alternating empty needles. Finally, the last 3 needles have 2 stitches on each of them. Transfers are done on the left side 1 through 8, and then on the right side needles 1 through 9. The 2 columns on the right show the 4 transfers performed on the left side and the 4 transfers performed on the right side. These numbers represent the actual needle number at the top of the chart, up here, and does not refer to the stitch number found on them. As you can see, the stitch numbers change as they go along. First, needles 2, 3, 4 and 5 on the left side are moved 1 to the left as shown in red. So 2, 3, 4 and 5 needles move that way, that way, that way and that way, and therefore 2, 3, 4 and 5 in red have been moved. I use two prong transfer tools at the same time to move them. Next, needles 6, 7 and 8 are picked up and moved 1 to the left. Just one 3-prong tool is needed. And there they are, 6, 7 and 8 are moved from needle number 6, 7 and 8. Then needles 3, 4, 5 and 6 are moved 1 to the left, so needles 3, 4, 5 and 6 are moved 1 to the left, down here, here, here and there. Finally, needle 4 is moved 1 to the left to complete the transfers on the left side. The left side is now finished, and the right side is processed in the same manner with each of the transfers moving 1 to the right, using these right moves over here. I am now setting up, ready to do the transfers. I have my piece of paper here that has the left moves and the right moves all summarized, nice and large so I can see them. This is a PDF file and I have a link to that in the text section underneath the video. I have also got this template of mine with exactly the right length, labeling 1 to 9 on the left, 1 to 9 on the right, with an extra stitch on either end that isn't going to be knitted. Any more detail about how to make these templates and how I use them you can see in video number 1 of 3, which is the previous video to these that I'm doing now. This final video of the feather and fan uses just the standard tools that come with the machine. These are the tools. And unlike the first video, 1 of 3, which took 6 transfers on the left and 7 transfers on the right for a total of 13 transfers, I'm going to be using 2 transfer tools at the same time, one in the left hand, one in the right hand, and I'm going to accomplish the same thing in 4 moves on the left and 4 moves on the right. So first of all I need to transfer 4 stitches, so I need a 2 and a 2. Now look at my chart up here, it says 2, 3, 4 and 5. I take that off and transfer it over to the left. It's a little more awkward, but you can probably find an easy way to do it. I don't do them at the same time. I do one the left, then I do the right, when I'm working on the left hand side anyway. Okay, now I need 6, 7 and 8. Well, I can just use a 3 transfer tool here. So I take 6, 7 and 8, open the latches, transfer those over by 1. Of course that latch isn't open, typical. Next one requires 4 transfers, so I take a 2 and a 2, or you could take a 3 and a 1, it doesn't really matter. I'm taking 3, 4, 5 and 6. These things aren't cooperating. There we go. Well, that was awkward. And now I just need a 1. I take 4 and transfer that over 1 to the left. So now I have 3 on there, 2 on there, 2 on there, 2 on there, and then alternating here up to stitch number 9. Now I'm going to do the right side, the right moves. I need a 2 and 2 because I do a 4 transfers at the same time on 5, 6, 7 and 8. And this is only the second time I've actually done it, so this is why it looks a little awkward. I'm not quite used to it yet, but I'm sure that once you've got practice, it would come fairly quickly. See, that was a little bit better. Now I want to do 5 transfers. Oh no, I want to do 4. I want to do 1, 2, 3 and 4. So I've got these, they're all ready to go. Open the latches, transfer the 1 to the right. There we are. Wasn't too bad. And then I'm going to do a 5 transfer as a third one, so I'm going to do a 3 and a 2. After this I'm going to do 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So I pick up 3 here, pick up 2 here. Pick them all up, move them 1 to the right. And it looks awkward because I'm just not very good at it, so I won't worry about that. Just not very good at transferring, but I'm sure that everybody out there is a lot better at me and can do this a lot quicker. And that one's a little easier because I'm just transferring 2. I think this yarn's a little thick and awkward too. Anyway, I got 2 on there, 2 on there, 2 on there, 1 space, 1 space, 1 space all the way across, and 2 on each of these. And that's transferring the feather and fan using the standard transfer tools. Only 4 moves on the left and 4 moves on the right. And the only reason I gave this one is it makes it a little bit, it makes it less things you have to read and pick. So I can do it in 4 actual motions. Even though it's a little awkward with the 2 transfer tools, it comes along quite nicely. It's quite easy to do. Now for a quick summary of how to download the files that I provided in PDF format. So go to this, one of my demos here, show more, and right here there are 2 different Google Drive PDF files. This first one is the overall chart, and the one down here is the transfer charts. So let's bring up the transfers. Click on that, goes to my Google Drive, and there is the left moves and right moves. We go right up to the top here where that arrow points down, and you see it says download there. I click on that, and it comes over here and it says open with Foxit Reader. This happens to be my default, or I can save the file. Well, I'm just going to open it with the Foxit Reader, and there it is. Then I just go and print this, and away I go.